we'll now turn to the Lyndale Chardonnay, the Orlando Lyndale Chardonnay, so 2018. I mean, Adelaide Hills Chardonnay, it's a pretty competitive spot, isn't it? There's some pretty good wines you're up against.
Absolutely, it's good, and it's great to see sort of that competition. I guess it breeds quality, just sort of self-perpetuates in a way that everyone's really chasing the next great vintage of their wine that they're making. So it's good to see that, you know, there are a lot of people out there leaving their charge. If you do any wine shows testing through the Chardonnay brackets of Australian Chardonnay these days, not just Adelaide Hills, it's just some absolutely cracking examples coming out, whether it be West Australia or into Victoria, but South Australia as well is doing a great job. So it's a really exciting space, I guess, to be making wine in. Come a long way from those buttery days of stacks of American oak, and it's pretty nice.
I mean, everything it's thrown at that wine, though, wasn't it? You know, I assume wild yeast and barrel ferment and bit of lees stirring, and I mean,
whole bunch pressing and all, yeah, some whole bunch. In fact, the most of it's whole bunch pressed, chilled overnight, pressed, starting ferment in barrel, and then finishing it off in barrel with a little bit of solids in there as well, just to trying to create those layers, some complexity, but without going over the top. I mean, I love a bit of sulphide in that matching sulphide in my Chardonnays, but you want it to be one of the layers, not the dominating characteristic. And I think with the Lyndale, with the 18, we managed to just to get it in there at about the right level so that it's present, but it's not overpowering.
So Shanteh, you've got a cracking Chardonnay list at Key, where, you know, a wine like this, does it sit comfortably within that?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's so much consideration in the whole range, especially when it comes to texture. There's so many elements that I had in my notes of yogurt and creme fraiche and, you know, bitter almond kind of notes. But like I said, I love that little hint of flinty notes, but it's just there, and then it's still quite generous as well in terms of a moderate kind of body on the palate. So I think it ticks all the boxes for Chardonnay drinkers. I just thought this wine just screamed having fish and chips with some like nice malt vinegar on your chips. I just thought that would be absolutely delicious. And I was a bit sad that I didn't have that at the time I was drinking it. But I think a Chardonnay that definitely would please a lot of different styles of Chardonnay drinkers.
Yeah, it had a I mean, I think Chardonnay should always have a generosity, and this wine definitely had that kind of generosity. Jeni, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just trying to go back over. I've written mineral tang. How's that? This mineral thing just keeps on going. I like that crunchiness. It had a lovely crunchy kind of character to me. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. And I thought it was true to its origins. So I think with Adelaide Hills Chardonnay, we have expectations. The minute you see that on the label, it's a bit like the Steingarten. Your expectations are there, and I thought it was a strong regional definition of the grape, those white peach fruits, well-defined natural acidity. It was all there. Loved it.